Hey everybody, welcome to day one of the 25 days of Christmas. This is just going to be something simple because right now my house is so cold. It's at 71 degrees despite the heater. So UV resin is what it's going to be for right now, and I've chosen these four, and I'll bring it up to you so you can see it a little bit better. Wow, that light does not do it any good, does it? There we go. Whoops. And then I dump all my little sticks over. That's fun. See if I can find them. Where'd they go? Aha. They're just going everywhere. And so is that. Wow, this is going to be a fun night. Sorry about that, everybody. Alright. Okay, now I know I brought out little pots to put color in. So I want to pause you and I'll be right back. Okay. Got my little pots. I am going to be using alcohol inks. Now, a lot of people have problems with using them, but the idea is not to put so much into your resin, your UV resin, because when you do that, you do disrupt the chemical composition. So I need only a little bit of, well, I think I'll do a little bit of gold. I'm going to get these all poured into here real fast. I'm not making a whole lot of anything, so I don't need a lot in each one, other than for the earrings here and the poinsettia here. And I probably got everything in the way as I'm pointing, I'm sure. And of course this will have to be done in steps for the most part. And I do have another mold that I will probably utilize any extra in. Alright, so my plan, we all know how plans go, correct? Is to put some gold in the smallest amount, which is this one here. Shake one more time. And then don't put too much because you do want this to cure. Now I'm going to put one more drop. Okay. Now what I do is I sit and I let the alcohol dissipate. So I set this aside. Now I'll mix up my red. Well, I'm not doing too much red, so let's use the smaller amount. Oh no, I actually need a lot of red. So another little shake. Hope it doesn't volcano out. As you can tell, this red has a couple of problems. Now the idea is to do layers at a time. And yes, when I go to set some of these of course will be out of the way so they don't get affected. I have an idea for some pretty little blue. And because there's so little in there, that's all I'm going to do with the blue. Then we have this lovely silver. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera with you. The blue always does this, it leaks. I made too large of a hole one day trying to open it, and so it just likes to go anywhere it wants to. Let me get some of this silver down in here. Oh my goodness, I haven't even opened the silver yet. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to find something to pop this open with. Give me one moment. I'm going to have to go and grab something real fast. Alright, we got it popped open now. So let's get some in here. We're going to put 2 drops in. I already added the white, and unfortunately I think I might have gotten a little bit much in there this time, but let's see how all this goes. Get the gold stirred up here. For me, it's really dark in this room, and I don't know how this is coming across. I can see my monitor, but I cannot tell that if it's actually as bright as it looks on the monitor, or if it's, you know, going to be too dark to see very well. Now, as far as the gold goes, I didn't need much for one item. So all I need is just a very little bit right here. And I am going to make sure I squish it into there to remove any bubbles from below. Okay. The rest I'm going to pour, well, some of this I'm going to pour into this deer. It is really very dark for me in here. So I'm going to turn my light downwards towards me and see how that works. If it's too bright, I'm really sorry, but the only way I'm going to get all of this in here is to do that. Alright, I'm going to get a glove on real fast since I have to hold with the other hand. I even brought out 2 just in case. And my fingernail goes right through the glove. Wouldn't it be nice if they made well-fitting gloves that actually stood the test of time? Alright, I'm going to get this up into here. Try to make sure there's no bubbles getting in there. I do have a long neck lighter I use to remove bubbles when they surface. Okay, I'll let that settle before I finish filling it. And I'll put that over here for right now. Let me see. Grab another stick. Let's get the red done. And it's turning out to be a really pretty red. Try to make sure there's no streaks. Most of the bubbles should surface and be gone by the time I get to pouring. Okay. And yes, by the time I use my torch, it will be where the alcohol is completely gone. And it's not a torch, it's just a long neck lighter. We don't use torches around silicone molds because it's not smart. You can melt that little guy down real quick. And that goes for any type of resin. Or any type of mold, I should say. If it's silicone, it'll melt. If it's plastic, it'll melt if you use a torch. I do have a torch, but I use that in my paintings to remove the bubbles from those. I love this sky blue. It is so pretty. Okay, got that one stirred. Okay, let's get this silver done. Very silvery. And the white. Sorry, I know my dog's tip-tapping gets loud. And though I know a lot of you say it doesn't really bother you, because a lot of us all have dogs or cats, and so, you know, we have those noises. But sometimes it does bother me when I'm trying to concentrate. Okay, got the white mixed in. Now the plan is these two are going to get cured first, because these are the colors they're going to be. The gold in here is just for the middle, and I'm sorry it's not as clear as it should be. I can't tell if the monitor or the camera is fuzzy or if it's just my glasses and eyes. One moment, please, everybody. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to each of these two larger ones. And since the snowflake is going to be silver and white, I think I've decided for those, I'm going to add a little bit of blue glitter. I don't want to add very much at all, just some sprinkles. few sprinkles here, little spoops, sprinkles there. Just a few. Okay. And then I dump a whole ton of it right in the middle. The static is working overtime. Alright, blue glitter in there. And let's get rid of that. Don't need any more blue glitter. Then I think I want a little bit of gold glitter down in here, just a really small amount. Just to give it a slight bit of sparkle. And then of course I drop it all over the place. Let's see if I can get some up onto here. Okay. Now these are going to be just one color, and they're fine as they are. They're not too deep, so that I can go ahead and fill them. So I want a gold one. Which one do I want gold? Let's go with this one here. And this is a difficult task because these are so small. So trying to get this all down into those little crevices is a difficult task. Going to go ahead and set that down. I'll fill it up just a little bit more. And then I'm going to kind of try to push it around through there. Spreading it out a little bit so that I get it all in. And now a little bit more to let it settle. Take some more off because I put too much. Go ahead and fill up the deer. sure I bring it down off the sides there, because they are too small to actually try to use a deburring tool on. And I really am bad at using utility craft knives. Really bad at it. So I don't want to overfill. Alright, I think that's enough to let settle. So now we're just going to move the deer out of the way. Put it in line over here. Take a good look. Okay. Now, I do have to add a little bit to these, so I'm going to add some silver first, and I'm going to do it as slow as I can right now. Try to get it up into this section here. Squish it down in there. And what you want to do is you do want to try to squish it down in to try to fill in those little crevices. Alright, I think I got that one where I want it. Sorry I'm so quiet. I guess you guys luck out this time. I'm just a little on the tired side. Cat hair. I don't know why I'm so tired. These are pulling back just a little bit, so they should be running outwards, not pulling back. Okay. I think that looks about it. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Oh wait, I can't do that just yet. I wanted a silver itty bitty. So I think I'm going to add it to this one. Get that up in there so it doesn't have any bubbles. Alright, silver is done. I will have to move the red for the moment. I've got my gold. Okay, a little bit of the white in each one. And I might have to do the white, a little bit more extra white here, since these are so much larger than the others. Don't want to add too much at a time so it'll cure. Kind of scratch down in there a little bit. Same with this one. Okay, so done with the white for right now. It gets put aside. I forgot one of the snowflakes to do, so let's go ahead and do it in red. And of course, before I cure these, I'm going to hit them with the lighter and then do a quick cleanup while everything settles. And another fuzzy. There we go. Okay, let that settle down just to make sure I'm not going to overfill it. going to go ahead and put some of the red down in there for right now, so it can start curing up as well. Alright, I'm going to start curing these after I get some blue into the other snowflake. Now I'm not going to put you through the curing process. I do have to save some hard drive space, and in order to do that I have to pause for things like that. Okay, let's see if I can get that down in there all the way. See, in some of these there's two nibs, because one is for hanging it. Alright, maybe just a little bit of squishing that down in that one, because I didn't see it trying to touch. We'll add just a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is get this one too, because I think that's a bubble rising right there. Yep, there's a bubble there. Alright, so I'm going to hit these with a torch. Yeah, not a torch, but we know. Just a quick over. This way I can also see. Yeah, I think there's a bubble right there. So we're just going to spread this open a little bit and then squish it together. Still a little bubble there. What do I have that is small enough to get that bubble? One moment, everybody. I'm going to go get our little poker. Well, I don't know what happened to my little poker, so I'll have to find another little poker. I'll be right back, everybody. Alright, I gotta add just a little bit more red in one area before I start the cure. And a little bit here. And here. And right there. This will help prevent the bubbles too. Alright, everybody. I'm going to start the curing process. I am going to put it on 60 seconds. If I can get enough cord up here. And then I'm going to pause you. So, an interesting event here. This mold curled. So it rocks. So I don't know how well I'm going to get this filled in, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to start filling this in little by little because that's all I can do. We don't want it to get so thick that it doesn't cure well. And these are toothpick hard, but I'm not too sure that if they're completely cured, so I'm going to go ahead and get the red poured some more into here. Try to get it into those deeper areas. First and foremost. And I know, everybody, it doesn't help if my hands are in the way. And I'm seeing another hair. What do I do with my napkins? Push it down into each one of these. But I don't want to push too hard because this mold sits up in the middle. So the middle is convex, which is terrifying because it'll just cause all kinds of problems. So if I push down too hard, I'll dislodge the other things. Try to get these up in here a little bit. Push up into these little crevices areas. Push all the air out. Now I'm hiding it from myself. Doesn't help. Alright, that's close to all I can get in there for right now. Just add a little bit more here. Okay, that's enough for that one for right now. Let's get some more silver. Add a little bit here. Get up around the nib. Same for this one. Unfortunately, I didn't make enough, but well, that's what I have a little bit more resin and ink for. So let's get some of that made up and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to try a balancing act with this one here and see if I can get it to go where it's going to go level this time without curling, hopefully. Probably won't get it to balance until after I get the other silver in. So let's get the other silver in. Definitely a little bit extra silver this time. I had a small accident and I really should put more resin in this, but it'll cure it anyway, so maybe it'll look slightly fantastic, right? But that's alright. As long as it cures, I'm good. Alright, I think that's about where I can balance it now. Maybe. There we go. Now if I don't hit it, I'll be fine. I made up some more white as well and some more red. So let's get this white poured in. I will sprinkle this with a little bit of blue glitter. Couple bubbles I see. Whoa, yeah, it's just going to run that way, isn't it? So I'll spread it out as well as I can. Gotta watch both sides for this, huh? Wonder why it did that. If any of you've had that kind of problem before, explain to me how that happens. I've never had a mold do that before. Unless it was on an uneven surface, and it's not, so. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. First I'm going to try to get that drip off of here. Okay. I think I'm safe to put a little bit more of the red in. Okay, we're going to go for the cure again. I'll be right back. Okay, this is going to be the last layer for these two. I'm turning this one over, and I'll turn this one over, so that while these two are curing, these will cure all the way on the back. And this time I'll add the glitter that I forgot to add, so I'll get that. And what I want to do is I'm going to add the white first, and then silver. Although I don't know exactly how that's going to work, because of the dip here. So I'll add a little silver here. Let it spread a little bit. A little here. Yes, I'm getting it where the white is. But at this point, I don't think there's a whole lot of salvaging with this mold. Getting everything. It's all going to try to run to where the lowest dip is, so get a little bit off of there. Go over to here with it. Sorry if my shadowing is a problem. I know it is for me. Try not to get too much of it. Some of these don't need very much because of the tilt. Alright, let's try to get the white in. Some into this one. Some into this one. I'll have to get the glitter and go really quick. It's already running to the center of this here. And as usual, a little bit too much at first. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it in a little bit. And I think I'm just going to take the whole thing and just kind of circle it through. Try to get that filled up at the top there, and then I'm going to go really fast on the other side. Circle it through. Try to tilt some. Hold the other side down a little bit. Okay. I'm not going to bother to do the red just yet. I'm going to go ahead and set this to start. Try to hold it down a little bit on both sides. Get a 30-second part set. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause real quick. It didn't just curl this way, it curled this way too. So you can do this with it, or this with it. But it is cured. I am going to turn it over to cure the other side. And these here should be thoroughly cured by now. But I'm going to go ahead and let them cure up some more with me doing the red fill. Okay, here we go. Get this in. I'm somehow believing I don't have enough red again. Sorry guys, that was my husband. Oh, I might have enough to actually finish this one up. That's awesome. He was just grabbing supplies for the other cats. Ones that don't want to join with the others. We found them, 2 of them that's in that room, in our camper a few years ago, a couple years ago. Wow, yeah, a couple years ago. They're 2 years old. The other one that's in there, we got her from my mother-in-law's cats. We had 2 of them, little boy and a little girl. His name was Night and her name is Gale. I named them for Nightingale. So, yep, that's how we do things. But he got sickly and passed away. So it's just Gale now, and the other 2, their sister is out here with the rest of them. She loves being out here. The other 2 just don't like to come out. So we allow them their separation and don't try to change that. We do try, actually. We open the door and just, let everybody go in and out, but then those 3 hide and like they're scared to death of everything. Don't know why. Alright, let's get this done here. I'm going to put you on pause and be right back. Okay, so I found a problem here with this one. There is a small bubble right there. So I did miss the tip on that one. But we're going to go out here. Let me get my glove off, or I'm never going to get these out of here. And I never throw these gloves away when I'm doing this, because my big resin bottles with the pumps can always use new gloves for the pump. Oh my goodness, I can't get it off. My hand's been in it so long it's sweated. Okay, got it off. Alright, let's go with the little deer. The little reindeer. It seems to be demolding quickly and nicely. Very good. Looking for bubbles. I don't see any. My hands are still sticky. But as you can see where the holes are, those little holes at the eye, and this one right here, and even this one right here could be used to where you could put this as part of an earring where it's a drop and you've got the deer in the middle. Alright, now these itty bitty critters. Okay. I'm sure this is going to be fun. I do see weird marks on the bottom, so I don't know if it's going to have that on the inside. Get that little dot that came off. And yes, it looks like this one did well too. Here, let me see. Let's use this as a backing. Get it up as far as I can. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. So it did pretty well. Now the gold. Let's see if I can just do it on my fingertip here. Focus. There we go. Not so bad. No holes, except for where they're supposed to be. So I'm happy with that too. The silver. Oh, I absolutely love the silver. Let's see if we can get both hands up there for a better focus. There we go. Looks like I ended up getting a piece of, yep, blue glitter. And then the blue. The one I was having troubles with. Trying to make sure that one bubble got popped inside, and I got it. How about that? Let's see. Both hands up. My one hand from the glove is sticky. I hate that. There we go. So I like that one as well. Alright. Now for the wobbly wobblies here. I don't know if you can tell how warped that became, but it was warped in both directions. This way up and this way up. So these are dubious at best. I'm just not even going to turn it over just yet. Pull it out. And we'll see how it looks. I do have an area where part of it did get higher than the rest, which is this one right here. And that's because my gloves stuck to it when I was trying to hold them down. And I will cut those off later. But here we go. Okay, not so bad, but I probably could have moved that blue around in this one right here a little bit better maybe. Now the one I really wanted to do, which was the, wow, that is just, boy, they're going to dangle really well. This is the one I really wanted to do, the poinsettia. So we're just going to do this. There's a couple of higher areas here as well, so I'll have to sand that down. Okay, here we go. Oh, that turned out really good. All that gold sparkle in there. See if I can get it better here. A little bit better lighting maybe. Oh, I like that. Alright, everybody. An hour and 2 minutes on resin that happens to be UV and fast cure, so I'm not doing so good that way, am I? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the first day of Christmas, of the 25 days of Christmas. If you liked it, thumbs up, everyone. Leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I do answer and respond to all comments. Thank you to my subscribers and my new ones as well. My numbers seem to be bouncing up and down for the last 3 days, where I've gone from 308 to 311, down to 310, back up to 11, back down, back up, and down. And, well, yeah, it's starting to yo-yo there a little bit. And so if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications for future videos, hit that little bell and share if you wish. Alright, everybody. Merry Christmas and peace out.